What up, man? This is Nightmare, but my name is Adam Sawyer, and I have to make this video just in case I ever die. You know, just a habit. Who cares who sees it? Alright. This video is about skateboarding. My life as a skateboarder. I started skateboarding in 97, 98. I was like 12. And, my older brother, stepbrother, but his brother, his name's Nate, gave me his toy machine, Chad Muska. Yeah, Chad Muska used to ride for toy machine, and it had nicotine wheels, and I believe Thunder trucks, and I didn't learn shit for like 3 years. No, what am I talking about? I learned how to ollie, and that summer I learned, but yeah, I lived in a, it's weird, I lived in behind a church, alright, in like a shelter, in an office, right, and like, my uncle owned a, like, shop. He used to build, like, work on RVs and shit. He made us ramps and shit, but I had this whole parking lot to myself to learn how to skate, and it was so dope. I learned, but my first year skating, like, I was so stoked about it, like, it took me like 6 months to learn how to ollie up a fucking curb. But then I learned pop shove-its. I was in front of the church, and like I put one of those like grass mats on the pavement and like learned how to pop shove it onto the grass mat. So I rode away still, and then I learned 180s like spring that year. But then I went to New York and met a bunch of people in the city, and I learned hill flips and fakey hill flips. It was rad. Like, I just learned mad shit, and I came back home. It was like 7th grade. Yeah, 7th grade, and that's when that was 8th grade. 7th grade, I still knew all these kids that I'm about to tell you about, but I met this motherfucker in my neighborhood. My parents moved into town more, and I met this kid, Arabic dude named Brian Maserani, and I called him every day. I was like, this is my dude. This is gonna be the dude I fucking skate with, like, and I'm always gonna be cool with, like, and we are, even to this day. Like, anyways, like, my brother, like, he skated, but then he started, like getting into, like, just, he had a girlfriend, and he just didn't skate. I mean, he skated, but he lost the love for it, man. He was more into, like, this girlfriend, like, Lori was her name, Lori, and, but when he came out to skate with us, it was so, like, a big moment. Like, we had to, like, it was just so rad. Like, just sucks. He just let, like, not drugs, but he just let dumb shit in his way, man. He thought he was DMX. Yeah, it was back when Rough Riders just came out, and he's still skateboarding hard. He was sponsored by, like, snowboarding, but he was a big ollie. Like, he would mad shit, like, big gaps, pop shove is like so high, and like kick flips. He couldn't do a kick flip, but he was just gnarly, dude. But so me and Brian Maserani, we just just skated every day. He had a birdhouse. He had his birdhouse board. It had no tail or nose, and he was just so gnarly, man. He just had this long ass hair, man, this red long hair, and I never forget, man, like, I knew how to do hill flips, but this guy, he just knew how to ollie and something else, I can't remember, whatever, but I won't ever forget this, and it pissed me off. I was looking up at the road, I think I was grounded or some bullshit, and it was raining, and he was coming down, our road would go down the street, and this fucker was in the rain, and he learned kick flips like that. And after that, like, he was already in high school. I was in middle school. So I had mad friends, Josh McCracken. He was, like, the fucking gnarly motherfucker there. Like, there's Brandon Holt. Who else was there? There was Chris Vitalis. Just the dudes like Ian. I can't remember his last name. But there wasn't a lot of us at my middle school. There was, but Andy Cooper. But Josh McCracken and Brandon Holt, like, these dudes were super good. Like, Josh McCracken is like my homie for life. He's another best friend. But he was just so good. He came to my house, like, that church place I lived at. He came to there one time in 7th grade. And, like, me and my brother were smoking bongs, and he was like straight edge. And, like, I was like 13 or 12 smoking a bong with my brother. Like, he was like, what the fuck is going on? He's just so scared. Like, but anyways, he was so good. And he got sponsored. He's like the first kid I ever knew to get sponsored for a skate shop in my city. Alright, anyways, let me just keep on going. I just have to tell the story. Okay, 8th grade was rad. My friend Chris had a mini ramp. I learned mini ramp skills. I was like progressing pretty good, but you know, nothing like really good to get sponsored. I never really gave a shit. I wanted to be sponsored, but I just wasn't skilled enough, man. And I got anxiety, like, as a kid, like, contest choke all the time. I mean, but I got good in Florida. Like, after high school and in my early 20s, and I was in Florida, I got good, and I got sponsored. Not really a big sponsor, but I got free shit. Anyways, alright, 9th grade came around, man, linked up. This is the greatest shit ever, man. I'm gonna name, like, a lot of people. Rick Desari, Justin Baker, Elijah McFarland, Gerard Jordan, Dre Jordan, rest in peace, Dre Jordan, Josh Lyons, Josh McCracken, Brandon Holt, James Porter, Brian Maserani, Andy Cooper. The fuck else, man? There's mad people I'm forgetting. Mikey Woods, motherfucker. Leo, I forgot his last name. He's on my. He's from Philippines. It's hard to pronounce his name. But it was such a diverse unified clique, bro. We were all white. I mean, we were white, black, Latino. Like, it was just, it made sense why I love skateboarding so much, because we didn't look at each other like it was just we were one big fucking human. We were a different race of humans, and that's what was dope. Who else am I forgetting? Oh, and the groupie girl, like, I want to call her a groupie, but she was rad as shit. Her name was Jessica Stewart. She's still cool as shit. This girl named Brandy. Like, skaters back in my time were like fucking nerd, like, was scared of girls or some shit. I didn't have a girlfriend until I was 18. I just always loved skateboarding. But that summer in 9th grade, I learned mad shit. I learned Vicky, big spin flips, just the basics. But anyways, after that, 10th grade, I didn't ever pass 9th grade. I always wanted to skate. And I had to take care of shit at home with my family, so my only time for skateboarding was when I went to school. I skipped to go skate. So, and like, to go to the skate park, we had a lot of skate parks, but I would save my lunch money all week long and won't eat lunch just so I could afford a skate park. Like, my parents were mad, bro. I mean, they worked hard. It just, you know, the fuck. We weren't like all my other friends. They all had new shit every day, new shoes and shit. Me and Brian Maserani, we didn't have it made like that, but he had just a mom. I had like 7 brothers and sisters, and my cousins lived there. And like when I got shit, I either got it from Brian or I got a lawnmower and I mowed grass and my parents would never fucking bought me skate clothes, man. What the fuck? I started working when I was like 8th grade. Like, so gnarly. Like, but anyways, like 9th grade, the 3rd year, I just was having a good time. I quit smoking weed for like 2 years because my aunt told on my brother, which I understand now. He was having me do heavy shit at a young age, and my parents threatened to like put me in some military camp. Now I know they could never afford that shit or anything, but it scared me enough to quit smoking weed. My brother should have never done whatever, man. Anyways, I quit smoking weed, but the 3rd year of my 9th grade year, I smoked weed again. I was just so done. I just wanted to get the fuck out of my school, man. Like I was looked down. Like seriously. Like, I was in 9th grade, 3.5 years. Not one motherfucking teacher ever came up to me and asked me, man, you're having problems, aren't you? Not once, never. They never even called my parents. Like, my parents worked. My mom worked at Dunkin' Donuts. Dad worked like 12-hour crazy shit. And like, this is like, the only people that got like, recognition was people like, that were like, you know, jocks or like rich, and like, to me, I was just got the vibe, like, I was white trash to these fucking people, you know? And people from the projects in my city got treated that way too. And like, it's sad, man. It's like they put all their attention towards a certain class of people. But that's all good. I still ain't got my GED, but I've had a good ass job. But anyways, skateboarding after high school. Alright. Went to New York. Then I met mad people, man. I was in band with Jonathan Craig. Oh, Jonathan Worrell. Oh my gosh. Jonathan Worrell was another skater. We started a band right after high school, and we just were doing like fucking hardcore shit, like, in punk rock. Like, we had this thing called Punk as Fuck. And we would just do the gnarly shit. Like, I would eat out of the garbage can. I was just a class clown. It was so great, man. That's why I want to make a video of this, because it's just so awesome. And we were fucking shit, man. There was like at least more, like 20. Paul Hendricks, fucking Bill, fucking Nate Medford, fucking Roy. We had the bikers hang out with us too. Fucking Tony. This is Brad. Alright, I got to New York, started the band, got better up there. Then I went to Florida. No, I came back to North Carolina. Skateboard always stuck with me. Like, I always made it a point to myself, like, that I would never quit this shit. Because let me tell you something. When I was in New York, I got kicked out of my brother's house for like a dime bag of weed. Fucking asshole was always on acid and shit when I was a kid. Not my brother that skated, but my older brother. And I was homeless, man, and like, I had nowhere to go, man. I've been living in the South for the last fucking whatever. And I had nowhere to go, and I went to the bank and I skated, and I met these dudes, and I slept on a bench the night before. I skated with these dudes, and they asked me if I needed a place to stay, and I was like, fuck yeah, dude, my brother left me out here stranded for weed. And I'm like, and they let me come in, man, and that was the Phoenix House. Hardpack skate shop, Canandaigua, New York, outside of Rochester. And fucking George Herman, Corey Diaz, Roy Woodhams, Zach Woodhams, Corey. Damn, what's his last name? Corey. I don't remember his name. Corey. I can't remember. They're all on my Facebook, but these are just people that were important to me. Alright, fuck all that. Went to New York. Went back to North Carolina. Went to stay there for a minute. And then my parents moved to North Carolina. I always had to stay close to my parents. I don't know why. But I went to Tampa, Florida, and I just like got this great job. And then there's skate parks. Like every town there's a skate park in fucking Florida. Like, no bullshit. And I don't know what the fuck happened to me, but I got so good, man. So good. Like, just, I didn't think I was getting good right outside of high school. I was like bypassing people that were sponsored. Like, I was doing crooked. Oh man, I was so sick. It's like it all fucking came back to me. And then I got to Florida. It was just so rad. So many people looked up to me. I was like older a little bit, and I just loved it. Like mad money. And then I moved to North Carolina. I just want y'all to know that there's more to the story, but there's sick shit, and I just want to tell you that like skateboarding to me saved my life. And I know it's just a piece of wood with fucking wheels, but to me it wasn't for skateboarding, man, I'd be dead, bro. Like, serious. Skate forever. Good night. I'm out.